What if the only reason you're still watching a show is the girls who steal every scene from the story itself? Honestly, the only thing that makes me keep watching the show is the main boys group of girls. Especially the ghost who acts mean but is nice, the elf who sticks close, and the leader who likes to eat deer. The ghost acts like she doesn't care, but if the main boy is gone for even half a day, she gets so lonely that she just floats around the house. She even spends time telling stories about the main boys group of girls. Now, the elf girl. Her voice is soft and super cute. So cute that it makes me a little worried. I looked up who voices her. It's Hana Nishimura. She hasn't been in many shows, but all her characters are shorter than 150 centimeters, about 5 feet. So, she's a special voice actor for cute, small girl characters. I'm officially saying she's my new favorite person to pay attention to. Her personality is also super sweet, and she likes to stick close to people. She's very protective. The moment any other girl gets near the main boy, she jumps on him to show he's hers. She even says some brave, wild things. You have a bright future, girl. Now, about the deer-eating team leader, she's a walking easy target. In just one move, she showed 4 weak spots to the main boy. If you didn't tell me she was the leader, I would have thought her name was Easy Target. Even though she's clumsy, she's honest and likes to get things done. Just because a regular person said something, she was brave enough to go into a rich noble's big house to check things out. Of course, that got her into trouble. Luckily, the main boy came to save her. He shot the noble once, then instantly made the leader's hurts better. Of course, he made her pay for it. But still, the leader fell deeply in love with this man. Since then, she's always bumping into him. You tell me, is this love or is she just eating deer? Other than that, the show is just regular fun about a superpowered hero. The story gets wild very quickly. Episode 6 is when things change. We see the usual story. Old teammates try to make the main boy join them again. He says no, so they try to get even, but he beats them, and then comes the usual cartoon way of forgiving people. Just as I was ready to complain about the show, it turns out the main boy was pretending. He left his old teammate alive just so she could feel his anger directly. He also made her pay a huge healing fee that would make her poor, and he gave her a life sentence in jail. What a smart triple move. It made her fall down from sadness. I took back my complaints and quietly gave it a big thumbs up. Oh right, I recently got a new tablet. The pictures are much clearer now. What do you all do with your old electronics? I usually try to get a good price on Juan before I buy new ones. Right now, Juan is given big extra money bonuses if you recycle Apple products. I got an extra 387 yuan and sold my iPad Air 4 for over 2. 500 yuan total, and once you set a time, the person who buys old things can arrive in as fast as 1 hour, whether you're at home or the office. I just found out Juan doesn't just take phones, they also recycle tablets, laptops, old fancy bags, and watches. It's a one-stop shop, no trouble, no need to run around. Saves you all the fuss. Open the Juan app, search for code 11767, and you'll get a 580 yuan recycling bonus. Use it for phones, tablets, and laptops. Go try to get a good deal on Juan now. What happens when the fate of an empire takes a back seat to 3 princesses fighting over one man's bed? This cartoon should have finished last year, but after 4 episodes, it strangely stopped being shown. Anyone who watched it knows it was because the quality of making it was terrible. That awful scene where magic goes through armor still scares us. People say the person who wrote the original story stopped it after seeing how bad it was. But it's more likely that the people making the show were just working too hard. So hard that continuing would have surely been a disaster. They stopped the show to keep what little good quality they could. And that stop lasted over 9 months. Now it's finally back. After all that waiting, how was episode 5? Honestly, very fun. 3 princesses fighting over the main boy reached its highest point. The animation is much better. Lots of great moments, like the first princess trying to win over the main boy. That scene looked as amazing as anything from season 1. Let me tell you about the main idea. The main boy is the strongest sword fighter in his empire. He has a secret love with a princess from the enemy country. In public, they are deadly enemies, but in private, they act like a married couple. As the story goes on, it mixes serious politics with funny parts. Now the main boy gets caught up in the enemy country's problems. He's also stuck in the middle of 3 princesses who are throwing themselves at him. Their fight for the throne isn't even as strong as their fight for his bed. Late at night. Oh, I hope you'll sleep with me. Sleep with you? No way! What are you doing? I hired Iska as a bodyguard, so I have the right to sleep with him. No, you don't. Wait, Iska wouldn't let you. I just have to sleep with him in front of you. No, I just want to sleep peacefully in my room. In the end, the main boy is forced to sleep with all 3 princesses. It's terrible for him. He's fought countless battles, but this was his most intense secret mission yet. The second princess, the blonde one, was once a fancy noble, but now she's just a silly girl crazy about love. She keeps saying, as a princess, I can't touch him, but her hands are never honest. She's always touching his chest. She even says he has to touch her back to be fair. Girl, you've won every deal this century. And worse, the main boy accidentally saw and touched her, chest. She immediately asked to see his, and started unzipping. The main boy fought with all his might, and I prayed hard too. Please don't do it, this show will get cancelled. The next morning, she said she had grown younger overnight. Alice, anything new today? Even my hair feels different. Sometimes it's nice to sleep with all 3 sisters. Love does make you look great. The third princess is a playful type. She dragged the main boy to steal her sister's underwear. They got caught! She also loves to mess with him, pretending her legs can't move so he'd carry her. What? Huh? Please carry me to the second hall. Okay. Then she said her hands were numb and made him feed her. My hands are shaking. Hurry! The first princess is the smart, older sister, the most tempting, the most dangerous, too intense to even describe here. She's trying to win over the main boy with a secret plan, to overthrow her own country, but there might be more to that. I just want to watch the 3 princesses fight over him, and that means maid. The rest I can take or leave. What if the person you've been falling in love with was never really alive to begin with? In the newest episode, finally, the sad part happens. It wasn't a surprise, but the twist with the ghost spirit was wild. A classic move from the animation studio Key. The episode's topic? Getting your spirit back. The girl who has been on the island with the main boy for 4 episodes wasn't the real her. She was a butterfly spirit born from her strong wish. The real girl is in a hospital far away. 10 years ago, she visited the island with her parents, but because she was sick, she stayed inside reading. She imagined the island had hidden treasure. Her mom, who writes books, used that idea to write a book where the main girl leads her friends to find treasure. The book became popular. One reader was the main boy when he was a child. They even sent letters to each other. She promised to meet everyone on the island someday and relive the adventure again. But she got too sick to make it, until the main boy arrived and met the butterfly version of her. That made the promise come true. Once the promise is kept, the spirit starts to disappear. But not completely, she still appears now and then. She even kisses the main boy. The episode hints that the real girl will get better in the future and return to the island. 2 people who have never met will finally hug. That's pretty heartwarming, sad but hopeful. Also, don't feel too sad about her story ending. She'll appear in other girls' storylines. Now for my complaints. The plot twist was good, but the story moved too fast. It felt less powerful. Even if I told you about it clearly, watching the episode might still make you. Also, the butterfly's meaning isn't explained yet. But it's a very important part of the story. Then, at the end, Yumi suddenly disappears into gas. I was so confused. I'm guessing he's also a spirit. Before disappearing, he said, "Summer is ending again." Very mysterious. It seems like every time he disappears, he's resetting the summer. Each new summer, the main boy meets a new girl. There seems to be a huge secret between the main boy and him. Honestly, even if you told me the whole island is made of ghosts, I wouldn't be surprised. What if the world's most powerful hero was too clueless to realize he's not just a sidekick? The show is about the helper guy in a hero group who is super good at everything except fighting. This cartoon's silly humor makes me laugh. I can't help but watch many episodes in a row. The main boy is like the classic story, super strong, but he doesn't feel good about himself and is a little dumb. Everyone knows he's overpowered except him. He keeps putting himself down and just does whatever others say. Even when his old team treated him badly, beat him up, and kicked him out, he still thanked them. Like, what? Even farm animals fight back. He's worse than cattle. Luckily, this super skilled, super dumb cattle met a group of kind-hearted heroines. They no longer use him in a bad way. They just use him well without knowing how powerful he is. Afraid that others might use him badly, they hide his power from everyone, even from him. which puts them in a tough spot all the time. They hope he'll use his powers, then get shocked when he does. Then they remind him he's not that strong. The result? He tries 200% harder. In 3 days, he builds a huge house with its own magic protections. In half a day, he digs a mine 1,000 meters, about 3,780 feet deep. His cooking heals at the highest level. His weapons come with big area attacks, yet he still thinks he's weak. You might ask, why don't the girls just tell him they can? Not! He's so dumb and unsure of himself that it took hours to convince him not to sleep in the kitchen. Watching this is like watching smart people take care of someone who isn't very bright. Even with a huge group of girls who like him, he's not fun to watch, because when it matters, he just says, "I'm not good enough." And yet, he hatches a purple-haired girl from a bird egg. That cute girl is his child, from a bird egg. Who knows what kind of strange thing he did with that egg, but the group of girls doesn't care. They're all fighting to be the mom. If he hatches a few more, I won't even complain about the show anymore. One thing I'm looking forward to, the Dragon Girl childhood friend. She's adorably silly too. Curious what fun things will happen between them. Thanks for watching Binge Anime. For your next favorite show is always one click away. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for weekly deep dives, rankings, and breakdowns. Until next time, stay obsessed, stay curious, and keep binging.